what do we getting these potentials? Let me tell you about 5 aspects of our growth mindset, what we call as growth mindset, right? Uh, I always struggle with this, so let me go to the share option. Let me remove it again and again let me share. And present again. So the first is embrace constructive paranoia. What does this mean? It is as if you are very mad about whatever you think, you are convinced about it. And so not only the new things, good things, but anticipate challenge and plan for setbacks because nothing will go very smooth, right? View them as opportunities, which is all about resilience, and make this mindset shift to help you to turn your anxieties into readiness. Because if you know that you anticipate that risks, challenges are coming, those are risks, and you know how to handle risk once, twice, thrice, then obviously you are going to learn them as a habit. And it kind of increases your adaptability and resourcefulness. You are no more worried about a setback. So be constructive. No matter what, you will proceed. That should be your approach. The second in the line is prioritize micro failures over big wins. So we all kind of celebrate big accomplishments, but we should also celebrate micro failures because big failures are a sum total of something which we have been kind of overlooking or not giving any time to improve on. But micro failures are small, small tricks, tips, and tweaks that we need to build on and which we have been overlooking or might not have paid heed to at that moment of time. And we have failed in that. It doesn't matter, but each failure, especially when coding is done, what happens? A little syntax error will lead you to something, a big breakdown, right? So that is where you need to think and accept and celebrate micro failures as one of your learning. Now, this also helps you to inconsistent progress. So I always advise to learn 5 things daily. Very small, that's okay. Not big things, very, very small things. 5 things you didn't know, you know today. Learn daily. It brings humility and you will learn from people, unexpected sources, from you, from the people who you think that they don't know enough. They also can teach. And you should expect that you can learn from anywhere, everywhere. Even if small bacha can teach you something. That increases your learning capacity. The moment you accept that anybody can teach you something, your flexibility increases, and the moment you become receptive, your agility increases, your flexibility increases, and it ends up in a compounded resilience. Nothing worries you. There is no ego problem out here. So this is about micro failures, prioritizing macro failures over big wins. The third is to shift from fixed role identity to dynamic self identity. So who are you? Know your self worth, and if it is only the position that you have hold, then it is a very limiting kind of role that you have. Your personality is much more than your role. Suppose you are a senior manager somewhere or a director somewhere. Is that all that you are? No. Once that position is gone, you are nobody. It is never like that. So that restricts growth. You should always discover about, redefine your self identity irrespective of the role that you are holding. You might be the head someday, somebody might be introducing themselves as the head of something, but they always get this support from a person who is inquisitive, who is always learning. So it is a continuous reinvention of the self, and it allows you to have a dynamic personality. Just before this live, I was actually in another meeting. That is why I got late. And there was a person who was making very valid points, but just making one point, and he was giving a whole plethora of examples about why his point was correct. He was correct. But I was seeing the bigger picture. I was showing the bigger picture why it interests me to go for it, not against it. It has a flip side, technology, for example, but it can do much more than those small, small things. It is just the human beings whom we need to train and educate and make capable of respectful. That is our uh, problem, human problem. That is not technology's problem. So redefine yourself, unfold your potential, and all this will make us unruffled by the face of change. Change is the only thing which is constant. So we should know how to remain unruffled by change. The fourth aspect is practice active on learning. So there are lot many beliefs that we hold on to, and we evaluate everything based on those learnings. So let us unlearn what is not useful anymore. Let us make space for more relevant, up-to-date knowledge. And let us do that consistently. For example, I suggested somebody who was doing a PhD thing, and her time was just 2 months, and she hasn't started writing it at all. A PhD thesis, you see. So I offered to help her to build the basic structure so that she can build on that. She refused. What do you think is that? It's a belief that I should do everything myself. I asked her, did you do the data collection yourself? No. Did you do the questionnaire design yourself? No. Did you do data validation yourself? No. Did you do the analysis yourself? No. So many things you didn't do. Now the writing part is there. It will be overwhelming for anybody to write the entire thing and then correct it to bring to a thesis shape, to present it and get the recognition of a doctorate. So refused. What can you say? This is all old time belief in this era. And see, her entire time was booked, by the way. She didn't get any leave to complete her thesis. Now what? So unlearning is required here. The fifth is leverage self-doubt as a growth catalyst. Can I do it or can I not do it? Imposter syndrome, kind of. So do not suppress self-doubt if you have that doubt. For example, I was having this self-doubt whether I can do this thing. Everybody can see around that I can do, but it was not happening. So they were not able to help me because I'm the coach, right? So it is a diagnostic tool about what we cannot do. So adjust our approach and retweak our belief system. So these are the 5 ways of adopting a growth mindset. and hope this helps you. And I'll welcome all the questions that you ask. Let me know what are your questions of this, and let us talk. Thank you for watching.